Okay, what's up? My name is Noah, and I'm going to be doing a book review. And the book is by Stephen King. It's part of his Dark Tower series, and it is the first book, The Gunslinger. Um, there's 7 books in this series. I think there's 7. 7 or 8. It was written in 1982. The publisher is Signet, however how you pronounce it. I don't know if you can see it up in the top right corner. It has right at 300 pages. I have not got a chance to read any of the other books in this series yet. I have the second book, The Dawning of Three. I think that's the title of it. And I just got done with this book. It took me a while to finish it. I was going good, stopped, came back again, and finished it a few days ago. Now, I don't know if he sets it up this way in all of them, but in this one, what he has, this was, I guess, a special edition or a reissue, and there's an intro, then there's a foreword. But he only has 5 chapters, chapter 1 being the Gunslinger, and it's 91 pages long. Chapter 2 is the way station. 3 starts on 157, being the Orisal and the Mountains. 201 is chapter 4, being the Slow Mutants. And chapter 5, page 269, is the Gunslinger and the Man in Black. Now, I thought there was way more chapters in this book, because the way he sets it up, let's see, 1 minute. Okay, chapter 1. And there, 1 second. I've never used this webcam before, so I'm trying to. Alright, there's a 1 right below where it says the Gunslinger. A few pages later, there is a 2 right at the top. I thought that was chapter 2. It was not a chapter. I guess it's more of a new part in the book. So, 1 second, guys. Alright, I had to respond to a text. I definitely think everyone should read this book. It's a lot different than Stephen's previous work. It's not horror based. If you were to read Carrie and this, you would definitely be able to tell it's a completely different style of writing for Stephen. But it's a great book. It has a great storyline. The only thing I would change about this particular book, and like I said, I have not read anything else in the series, so I do not know how it is. But the only thing I would change, Stephen, around maybe 10, 15, 20 pages into the book, he's at this man's house, I guess, trying to get his donkey or horse or ever what the main character, his name is Roland, also known as the Gunslinger. And he was trying to get his transportation, and he got at, I think the man's name was Mr. Brown. He went to his ranch, and he had a very, daughter that is very, I'm not going to say it because if I said it, I would get in trouble. But let's just say the night, You too. Sorry, my sister was going to bed. Where was I? She's very, dirty. That's a good word for it. Now, this book is by no means sexual. It really isn't. There's a few sexual themed parts in it, but it doesn't go into detail, so if you have the type of parents where they're like, we need all the background info on this book before you can read it, it doesn't get any more sexual than just this, quote unquote, word for word, and we slept upstairs. It does not go into detail on what they did or anything at all. But, anyways, getting back to the flashbacks. He went to Mr. Brown's house, and Mr. Brown started asking him questions. And this is the first reason why I dropped the book reading on it. He went into a flashback, and I guess looking back on it, he did say something, I think, not word for word, and Mr. Brown did not speak a word as I told the story. And I guess that, I don't know if you guys, when you first read a book, how you really skim really fast. I mean, you're picking up things, but there's little minor details that you're, of course, going to skip over or not comprehend. And I guess that was one of them. And he spent probably 30 to 40 pages talking about the flashback. I think the next half of that first chapter is actually on the flashback, and it left me confused. And there's about 2 or 3 more flashbacks in the book, I believe. But other than that, guys, it is a great book. Has a great storyline. It's kind of hard to not cover, but understand what the storyline actually is. But I took it as Roland is just trying to go to the Dark Tower. And there's a guy named the Man in Black who's keeping him from it, and has apparently been keeping him from it for many years, because he'll make references to it in the flashbacks. And so Roland is just trying to get there, and I think he eventually will. And for you guys, if you are going to comment, please do not comment on how the rest of the series turns out. I want to be surprised. But guys, comment, subscribe, check out my Tumblr. I put a lot of pretty much anything on there. Band music. I just said band of music there. LOL. But anyways, just please subscribe. Follow me on Tumblr. I posted a link for my Tumblr on my channel. So, hope you guys like it. And thanks for watching.